In the misty highlands of ancient Britain, a Roman legion vanished without a trace. This is the story of the legendary Ninth Legion. The Ninth Legion, once Rome's pride, marched north to subdue rebellious tribes. But they were never seen again. Some believe they were ambushed and slaughtered by fierce warriors of the north. Others say disease and desertion tore them apart. Archaeological discoveries hint at desperate battles, abandoned camps, and broken weapons. But no mass graves. Could the Ninth have marched further, disappearing into the wilderness of Scotland, or even beyond the Empire's reach? To this day, the fate of the Ninth Legion remains one of history's greatest mysteries. A vanished army, swallowed by time. The Ninth Legion, once Rome's pride, marched north to confront the fierce tribes of Britain. Clad in armor, their red banners fluttered in the wind as they vanished into the wilderness. As the soldiers advanced, dense fog enveloped them, transforming the familiar into a haunting landscape. Close-ups reveal the glint of polished shields and the determined expressions of men ready for battle. Suddenly, shadows shift among the trees. Mysterious tribal warriors, silent as the mist, observe the Roman legion from their hidden vantage points. The tension thickens. A sense of impending doom hangs in the air. Crows take flight, their caws piercing the silence, while distant war drums beat a rhythm of dread. The Ninth Legion, unaware of their fate, presses deeper into the unknown. As the legion pushed deeper into enemy lands, whispers of rebellion grew louder. One fateful morning, the mist parted to reveal an army of tribal warriors, waiting in silence. The Romans, once so confident, realized they were surrounded. Wide shots capture a misty valley, shadows of hundreds of tribal warriors emerging through the fog. Close-ups reveal a Roman soldier's fearful eyes beneath his helmet. Action intensifies as tribesmen bang spears and shields, preparing to charge. Quick cuts show Roman shields locking in formation, tension rising before battle. Dark, tense drums pulse in the background, accompanied by suspenseful strings. The hills erupted in chaos as tribes unleashed their fury against the Roman Ninth Legion. Spears rained down on Roman shields, illustrating the intensity of the conflict. The legion, renowned for its discipline, stood firm, their formation unbroken despite the relentless waves of attack. Wide shots depict tribal warriors charging down the hills, their war cries echoing through the mist. Mid-shots reveal the Romans locking shields in a testudo formation, a defensive tactic designed to withstand projectiles. Close-ups capture the clashing steel, sparks flying, and the determination on Roman faces, emphasizing their resilience. Dust swirls around the battlefield, creating a tense atmosphere filled with the sounds of conflict. The battlefield turned into a slaughter. The disciplined lines of Rome began to break beneath the endless tide of warriors. Cries of the wounded echoed through the mist, as the proud Ninth Legion was cut down piece by piece. Wide shots reveal the chaotic battlefield, with Romans overwhelmed on all sides. Mid-shots capture a Roman centurion, desperately shouting orders, blood staining his armor. Close-ups focus on fallen shields, broken swords, and soldiers collapsing in exhaustion. The atmosphere is thick with smoke and mist, blood-soaked ground beneath the feet of the dying. Vultures circle ominously in the sky, a haunting reminder of the carnage. A dark, tragic orchestral score underscores the tension, with slow drums and haunting strings amplifying the despair. Transitions include slow fades and shaky camera flashes of violence, dissolving into black mist as the scene fades to silence. With their numbers dwindling, the Romans made one final stand. Back to back, shields raised, they fought with every last breath. Steel clashed, war cries thundered, and the ground shook with their defiance. Wide shot reveals a small circle of Roman soldiers surrounded by endless tribal warriors. Mid-shot captures Romans, bloody but unbroken, striking fiercely against overwhelming odds. Close-up focuses on a soldier's exhausted face, sweat and blood mixing as he grips his sword tightly. Dark skies loom overhead, heavy mist envelops the battlefield, and a storm brews, lightning flashing ominously in the distance. The intense, tragic orchestral score swells, pounding drums mixed with haunting strings, building toward a climax. When the smoke cleared, the battlefield was silent. No banners, no bodies, No survivors, only scattered weapons lying in the mud. It was as if the Ninth Legion had been swallowed whole by the earth itself. Wide shots reveal an empty battlefield shrouded in mist, abandoned shields and spears strewn across the ground. Mid-shots capture a broken Roman helmet, half buried in mud, symbolizing lost glory. Close-ups focus on a crow perched on a fallen spear, cawing into the eerie silence. The atmosphere is thick with fog, an unsettling stillness hanging in the air, punctuated only by the faint sound of wind rustling through the trees. Low, haunting ambient tones create an emotional backdrop, accompanied by distant echoing drums that resonate with sorrow. Transitions include long, slow fades, dissolving from chaotic battle to haunting emptiness, culminating in a final fade into thick mist. Centuries later, the fate of the Ninth Legion remains unsolved. Some believe they were annihilated in Britain, while others claim they vanished in distant Eastern wars. Yet, no graves, no records, no evidence has ever been found. As the camera captures the ruins of Hadrian's Wall under ominous, cloudy skies, the mystery deepens. The scene shifts to a historian's desk, cluttered with ancient Roman scrolls and faded maps, revealing the weight of history. A close-up shows a hand brushing dust off a carved Roman inscription, hinting at untold stories. In a candlelit study, shadows flicker across ancient artifacts, creating an atmosphere thick with intrigue. The orchestral score swells with suspense, blending subtle strings and low drums. Whispers spread through time that the Legion was erased on purpose, that Rome buried their defeat in silence, leaving only shadows of truth. To this day, no one knows if the Ninth was destroyed, relocated, or simply vanished. As the camera captures shadowy figures of Roman soldiers fading into mist, the scene transitions to an old historian, eyes fixed on a crumbling manuscript illuminated by flickering candlelight. The tension rises as a close-up reveals a map of Roman Britain, its edges slowly succumbing to flames. The atmosphere thickens with dim light and heavy fog rolling through ancient ruins, enveloping the viewer in a sense of foreboding. An eerie, suspenseful score underscores the narrative, with low strings and distant echoes amplifying the mystery. As the soldiers dissolve into fog, the map burns, leading the audience into near darkness, leaving them pondering the fate of the lost Roman Ninth Legion. In the final chapter of the lost Roman Ninth Legion, the narrative unfolds with haunting visuals. Wide shot, a misty valley at dawn, empty and silent. Narration begins, and so, the Ninth Legion marched into history, and never returned. Mid-shot, a lone broken Roman standard, half buried in the earth.
Yeah.
Their fate remains one of Rome's greatest mysteries. Close-up, the standard slowly fades into mist, leaving nothing but fog. Were they destroyed, forgotten, or did they simply vanish into the mist of time? Atmosphere shifts as a golden sunrise pierces through thick fog, bittersweet and haunting. Only silence answers. As the music swells, a slow fade to black reveals the text. The Lost Legion, forever a mystery. History hides more than it reveals, and some mysteries are never meant to be solved. Thank you for watching. As the dark mist dissipates, a starry night sky emerges, illuminating the unknown. Text appears, The Lost Legion, forever a mystery, glowing softly against the backdrop. Beneath, a gentle reminder. Subscribe for more forgotten history. The atmosphere remains calm and mysterious, with soft light fading into the darkness. A gentle, cinematic score plays, featuring soft strings and distant echoes, leading to a final note that fades into silence. This journey into the past concludes, leaving echoes of intrigue and unanswered questions lingering in the air.